Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Gigi Evangelista Givens. Thank you for attending this book review on Tony Dungy's book entitled The Mentor Leader: Secrets to Building People and Teams That Win Consistently. Here are some of the author's qualifications. Author of the #1 New York Times best-selling author of Quiet Strength and Uncommon. On February 4, 2007, Dungy led the Indianapolis Colts to win in the Super Bowl. Dungy led his teams to the playoffs for 10 consecutive years. Successful head coach of Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Also in 2002, he joined the Colts. Dungy has affiliations with several charitable organizations, including but not limited to All Pro Dad, Abby Brown Ministries, Fellowship of Christian Athletes. He also worked with organizations such as Basket of Hope, Impact for Living, the Black Coaches Association National Convention, Indiana Black Expo, the United Way of Central Indiana, and the American Diabetes Associations. Dungy's purpose of the book. According to Dungy, if you take only one thing from this book, let it be this: relationships are ultimately what matter, our relationships with God and with other people. The key to becoming a mentor leader is learning to put other people first. To teach leaders and managers, current and prospective, the mentor leadership way of positively influencing those people they lead is also his purpose for this book. Identified audience. Based upon all the dozens of real-life situations described involving sports football, the target audience arguably appears to be males in a current or prospective leader-manager role. The target audience was identified early on with multiple football stories, notwithstanding females who watch football but do not play the sport or necessarily understand coach-player relationships. Here are the strengths of the book. If the reader believes in God, the reader will enjoy this book while learning. Dungy uses scriptures as reference and also to explain further to state a point. Action steps are included to guide the readers and explanations to further the reader's understanding. Multiple stories are included in the book to facilitate comprehension and points Dungy wants to reiterate. The book is simply written so readers will not struggle to understand the purpose of Dungy's book. Question and answer section is included to answer some questions that readers may also want to potentially ask the author. He enumerates the 7 keywords. The 7 keywords are beginning with the letter E that describes a progression of steps that will help you mentor others while you lead them to reach their potential as team members. Shortcomings of the book. If the reader is not a God believer, this could stop the reader from finishing the book. While reinforcing the 7 keywords, it could become redundant to some readers. The stories and examples are based almost all on the game of football. In the medical world, maybe there's a lesson to focus on the healed patients versus lost patients. For example, it is not quite like a football game of wins and losses. This book is a clear example of a non-clinical management. If clinical leaders are its readers, the book will probably be more convincing if evidence-based practice is included. Did the author achieve the objectives? Yes, he did. Dungy used multiple example stories to provide evidence that through mentoring, the world can be better. His use of biblical stories enhanced his thought process that mentoring is driven by Christian principles. He achieved his objectives because of narrative stories that are easily relatable to the readers. The fact that whichever team he worked with becomes a winner is in itself an evidence that his teaching is valid and should be valued. Would I recommend this book? Yes, I would. I would recommend the book to managers who are new to the role of management. I would recommend the book to those audience members who had more than a passing knowledge of football and player-coach relationships and sought to better the planet by leaving some sort of lasting legacy on this planet. Without undercutting the entire theme of the book, nursing is often life and death atmosphere, and football goals, attitudes, and platitudes do not often come remotely close to the world we work in. Still, the clinical managers can benefit from this great read. I am distributing handouts that include Dungy's 7 keywords and some of his action steps. I want to thank you for attending this session. I hope that you have learned important concepts from the book as I have. Good morning.